Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our midweek message. My name's Sue. I'm the vicar here at All Saints. This is Yo-Yo, my puppy. Some of you have been worried about him after his surgery, but I'm pleased to say he is cone off, staples out, and all recovered and back to his normal self. Nigel is bringing us our midweek message this morning, and then I'm going to come back at the end just for a few announcements and pieces of information for you.
Good morning, my name's Nigel. I'm one of the occasional preachers here at All Saints Church, and this morning I want to encourage you. For a long time I've thought about what to bring to you this morning about your midweek thought, and a lot of people nowadays need encouraging. Some people have found it quite difficult during lockdown, being isolated from their friends, their family, and so it's really about being there for somebody else, encouraging them. You see, encourage from the dictionary, I just need to read this out, is to inspire with courage, with spirit or hope, and to spur on, to give help. And a lot of the times is that in the last few months at least, we've been helping each other, we've been spurring each other on. Thursday mornings, Thursday evenings even, we've been clapping for the NHS staff. Because there's plenty of people in the world nowadays that want to discourage you. Things like, that's a stupid thing to do. When you're going to get it right, you'll never amount to anything. There's plenty of people, I've given up looking at the news or watching anything on media, because there's plenty of discouragement around. And what we need is more people to be encouragers. You can do it. I believe in you. You're special to me. You're special to us. Proverbs 18:21 says, the tongue has the power of life and death. And that's a very powerful statement. The tongue has the power of life and death. The choice is ours to make. Are we going to encourage people, or are we going to put them down? But encouragement is a very many-faceted thing. Encouragement from biblical times, even in the Greek, it means to come alongside someone, to come to someone's aid, or to exhort or urge someone on. It implies that we are actively involved in helping one another, to find courage that they need to continue. People in lockdown or in being isolated find it very difficult, so we're trying to encourage those people. Yes, you can do these things. And in Hebrews 3:13 it says, encourage one another daily. Are we an example of what it is to encourage one another? Sometimes encouragement can be cheering somebody on. If somebody's taking part in a marathon or something like that, you can be at the sideline saying, yes, come on, you can do these things. But another time is that you just phone somebody up. Sometimes you think of somebody else and you think, oh, I must ring that person up and encourage them, or ring that person up, see how they're doing. But sometimes the most encouraging things to do is just to be there for somebody, to listen, not to say anything, no advice, no solution or anything, but just to sit and listen to this person. Because being in isolation, people don't talk, or people now talk through Zoom and things like that, but just being able to listen, to be heard. Let us make it our goal now, moving forward out of lockdown, to not lose sight of what it is to encourage one another. Sometimes when you start meeting each other, you become complacent about encouragement because you see that person every day or every week. Let's not lose the art, the ability to encourage one another. My last thought is, may God help us to learn to encourage one another more. He encourages us. The Bible is full of how people encourage one another. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 11 says this, therefore encourage one another, build each other up, just as in fact you are doing now.
Nigel's message this morning fitted so well with a little project I wanted to launch this week anyway. During June, many of us benefited from our daily strength books, from the verses that we had each day, and I thought we could produce our own version. We could produce a daily strength booklet for one another, to encourage one another. So I invite you to produce the content for one of these pages It could be some verses, it could be a photograph that you've taken with just a verse, it could be a verse and a really short message, a thought, it could be just a quote that's really inspired you and perhaps the reason why. But the idea being that each day we could have something to encourage one another during this time. I'd really love you to send me your content by the 10th of August. You don't need to format it. You can just send it to me and I will format it all into a booklet that we can then send out and use to encourage one another. Secondly, during August, we're going to be sending out Tuesday Tea Tales, stories and activities, a little focused video aimed at our children of primary school age and below, something for them to be involved with over the summer. They will come out on YouTube, we'll put links on our Facebook, and we will send an email to let you know where you can download those from and more information about those. And finally, if you haven't yet sent in a quilt square and you would like to, and whether it's knitted or sewn, drawn on with the fabric pens, you have 10 more days. I need all of those in by the end of this month so we can start to put it together. And finally, if you are able to help us put it together, I would really appreciate you getting in touch. We would love to have a little team who can work on that and produce the final piece for In Church. I hope you're all doing well. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care of yourselves. God bless everyone.